Well, students, we are going to talk about nature reserves around the world. Open your books at page 71. Exercise 1. You are to read the introduction of the web page and look at the pictures. Which of the animals and plants do you think you can find at Loch Lomond?
At Loch Lomond, you can find bluebells, ransoms, red deer, red squirrels, and wallabies.
And which at Corgalgin Nature Reserve?
At Corgalgin Nature Reserve, you can find roe deer, lynx, elk, moss, lichen, mushrooms, and flamingos.
Now let's get acquainted with new words. Listen to them and write down in your vocabularies.
Crossroads, guided canoe trip, hectare, landscape, massive, migrate,
rare,
swampy, wetland, woodland.
Let's watch the video.
Nature reserves around the world. The Corgalgin Nature Reserve is to the west of Astana. It covers more than 500,000 hectares of some of the most beautiful wetlands in Kazakhstan. The wet, swampy landscape is the perfect habitat for hundreds of species of animals and plants. Here you can see roe deer, lynx and elk, as well as rare species of moss, lichen and mushrooms. But Corgalgin is most famous for all the amazing species of birds that go there. Visit the park at the beginning of May and you'll see fish eagles, pelicans and Siberian white cranes. However, the star attractions of Corgalgin are the famous greater flamingos. Loch Lomond is a beautiful lake in the west of Scotland. It's famous for its fantastic wildlife and woodland. Come in the spring and you'll see the woods full of beautiful bluebells. You can also see deer and red squirrels, and if you're really lucky, you might even see the rare, majestic golden eagle. The pretty little island of Inchconnechen is home to the northernmost wild population of red-necked wallabies. The cute little animals were brought to the island from Australia in the 1940s. Since then, they have flourished in their new home.
And exercise 2. You are to read the text and correct the statements below. Let's check. In the spring, the forests around Loch Lomond are full of moss. We can see in the text it is said you'll see the woods full of beautiful bluebells and ransoms. Sentence 2. Loch Lomond is famous for its flamingos. According to the text, it's famous for its fantastic wildlife and woodland. Corgalgin Nature Reserve covers 1,000,000 hectares. In the text it is said that it covers more than 500,000 hectares. The star attractions are the Siberian white cranes. In the text it is said that they are famous greater flamingos. And now you are to find the words for habitats, types of birds, other kinds of animals and plants. Let's look. Habitats are woods, lake, and wetlands. Types of birds are golden eagle, fish eagle, pelican, Siberian white crane, greater flamingo. Other kinds of animals are red deer, red squirrels, red-necked wallabies, roe deer, lynx, and elks. And the plants are bluebells, ransoms, moss, lichen, and mushrooms. In exercise 3, you are to ask and answer questions about the two nature reserves.
Where is Loch Lomond?
in the west of Scotland. What is it famous for?
Its fantastic wildlife and woodlands. What plants and animals can you see there?
Bluebells, ransoms, deer, red squirrels, and maybe the golden eagle, as well as red-necked wallabies. When were the wallabies brought there?
Over 70 years ago.
And your task is exercise 4. You are to collect information about another nature reserve in our country or in another country. Think about name, location, animals and plants. You are to write a paragraph. You can use pictures. Listen to the model.
The Aksu-Jabagli Nature Reserve is in South Kazakhstan. It has over 1,312 plants, including 63 types of moss, 64 types of algae, 235 types of mushrooms, 62 types of branches, 17 types of trees, 3 types of spruces, and 44 rare plants. Some of these are juniper trees, willow trees, birch trees, tulips, wild apples, and wild grapes. The reserve has 267 types of birds, 52 types of mammals, 11 types of vermin, and 2,124 types of insects. Some of these animals are wild goats, snakes, and the endangered Himalayan brown bear and the snow leopard.